There was a part of me that felt quite empty. I felt like I had something missing in my life. I was struggling with women. I was struggling with my education. Yeah, the message actually convicted me quite badly, and I felt like I was being spoken to the whole entire time, and I was the only person in the room. It felt like that. It would just be me sometimes at the church, but pastor would be preaching like as if there's 1,000 people there, and it's like the atmosphere was absolutely crazy. It was the time to be alive.
Share it.
Yeah, sure. So my name's Gift. I am my age as well.
If you want to, I mean, you don't have to.
Oh, let's keep that undisclosed.
Okay.
Yeah. My name's Gift. I live in London. What I do, I'm in investment banking, and I am studying at UCL in Cambridge next year. I have always known about Jesus. I came to know Jesus from quite a young age because my parents were believers. I was going to church from young, but I was never really a true believer up until I decided to pursue Jesus for myself. So how I came to the decision to pursue Jesus for myself was when I was at college, basically in my first year of college in Birmingham, and there was a part of me that felt quite empty. I felt like I had something missing in my life. There was a lot of things that were going right, but I still felt like a lot of things were going wrong, if that makes any sense. And I had a big void there, and I had this real urge to, because I already knew of Christ, so I had this real urge to find out more about who he is, what it means to be a believer, etc. And also meet young people my age as well who also follow Christ too. So I was invited to a church conference during this time, and I didn't know too much about it. I was invited to this church conference at the time, and Pastor David actually happened to be preaching there. I was quite reluctant to go at first, but my friend managed to convince me. After convincing, I went to the conference. Pastor was preaching a message on the 4 lepers, and the message actually convicted me, and I felt like I was being spoken to the whole entire time, and I was the only person in the room. It felt like that. So I guess what it was in the message that convicted me was at the time I was going through my own personal struggles as a man, and he hit the nail on the head through every single one of those points. And I was like, that's why I felt like I was being spoken to, because I already came there thinking, okay, cool, I need to sort this out, I need to sort that out, I need to change my life this way. And then he spoke about every single thing that I was thinking about before, and that's what really convicted me, because it's like sometimes when you need to be the one that hears a message, you'll be the person that hears that message. And that's what happened that day. So I stayed over and I spoke to Pastor. I was like, man, look, you were talking about this and that and that and that, and I thought like you were talking about me. And funny enough, he was actually starting up Beat Behind Gospel the next week from that conference. And that's how I started coming to the church, and it was just me on that first week of it being started. And I would not change that opportunity of my friend inviting me coming to the church and me going to for this whole experience to happen, because from that point on, my life just started elevating every single year. I had my own issues, but I was dealing with them through Christ, basically. Yeah.
So you're in the first year of sixth form. I'm assuming you're one of the only Christians, right?
So funny enough, I was. Well, I say I was, but of course sixth form was quite big. That I knew, yeah, I was. It was difficult, but I invited one of my friends the following week, and he actually ended up coming and staying. So it was kind of like me and him going together. So I had that early brethren or that communal environment from quite an early journey on my spiritual walk. And yeah, he's a pastor now anyway as well. So yeah, literally just from that moment. But there was also someone else as well, one of my friends as well. Like we connected because obviously like once you're, like walking the walk, you start to meet other people as well. She's also a reverend now as well. Yeah, it's just me, it's just left behind between the three of us basically. But yeah, so I had like them to encourage me, and then obviously just all the sessions that I had, all the Friday sessions that I had as a whole were super helpful. Like it was enough to just rejuvenate you for the whole week, because all right, it would just be me sometimes at the church, but pastor would be preaching like as if there's 1,000 people there, and it's like the atmosphere was absolutely crazy. It was the time to be alive. So I was struggling with quite a few things. I was struggling with women. I was struggling with my education. I was struggling with my visa application. I came at a very young age. I came in when I was 4 years old, but still at the point of 18, I didn't have my visa sorted out because of things that my parents did when I was younger. So like criminal records and stuff kind of stops you from getting the visa. And obviously growing up, I wasn't necessarily the best person as well. So I had things on my record too. So I couldn't even get to uni straight away because of that, because I didn't have a visa, I didn't have a passport. I came out with straight A's in my A-level. I couldn't go to uni straight away. I had to work for 5 years just to save up everything for it. Yeah, coming to God. Yeah, just at the end of it, God just helped me a lot. And that will be part 2 of the testimony.